Hey guys, so let's talk about today what I specialize in within BaZi. When I first met my master, she outright told me from the start of my studies that she wouldn't be focusing on describing the personality of a person to the absolute depths, as we both understood that you can kind of find this information for free online or through any average chart reader. We both agreed that learning how to predict the future and understand why things happened in the past is both the trickiest thing to master in BaZi, but also the most rewarding. So that's what I've come to specialize in within chart reading. So though I'll briefly touch on a few relevant points about your personality, don't be surprised if I don't spend too much time on this area during our consultation. But if you would like to know more about yourself personality-wise, I like to redirect my clients to the wonderful Western astrology app, The Pattern, which I love and personally use. And if you'd like even more detail to expand on the information given there, check out Human Design, which is an absolutely amazing system that actually was the stepping stone that led me onto my path of BaZi in the first place. Well, one of it. So to find out more about these two resources, hop onto my website at www.fadosguidance.com and go onto my miscellaneous tab at the top of my website and to my additional resources section. But anyways, like I said in my previous video about my ethos and more, I also wish to handle things a bit differently than other mainstream readers, in that I'm here to also stay present with you through the negatives and not just tell you all the happy-go-lucky truths you probably want to hear, but of course, only with your consent. Actually, before I started studying BaZi or discovered what human design was, I became a qualified life coach under the Life Coaching Institute in California. Though I never directly practiced as a life coach afterwards, I understand now why I was on my path and how it now beautifully blends into my current job. Some of the most beneficial concepts that I learned from life coaching was learning how to hold the sacred space for a client so that you can feel comfortable in your vulnerability, helping clients to overcome their personal roadblocks and helping them to understand what has been holding them back. And lastly, maintaining a presence of not knowing. And let me elaborate quickly what not knowing means. So it means that I don't pretend that I know all the answers or have all the solutions to your problems. And I'm there only to help enable you to unlock the solutions to your problems or goals in your own way. And I know how confusing this might sound with me being a birth chart reader and I'm supposed to know everything about you or see things clearer than you. So let me explain how this fits into BaZi. So I'm only able to identify and narrow down the possibilities of the future for you and help you to understand the meanings as to what your chart says are the themes of what will happen and why. At times, however, yes, I am able to guess with close to 100% accuracy what will happen and why. This is when things are really clear on your chart for me to read and where all the meanings converge to only one or two possible outcomes. But sometimes, without a lot of information, it's hard for me to know for sure what will happen. And it's in that space that I'm able to utilize the practice of not knowing with you to help you figure out what you want to do and how you want to approach your future in a way that feels aligned with you. So in conjunction with all of this, in a general chart reading with me, I'm also able to talk about your health and possible health ailments you're likely to encounter, help you decide on a fitting job or how to best support your child as they grow up in their future, and everything else that a normal BaZi birth chart reading would normally entail, such as relationship compatibility, when the best 10 years of your life might be, and a whole lot more. So I hope you better understand now what my abilities are and what I'll be focusing on more during our chart readings. And be on the lookout for my next video where I talk about how to prepare yourself mentally and what to understand before you get yourself into a BaZi birth chart reading. And I'll see you guys then.